Welcome back to the stage of history. It has been 4 years since SoulCalibur 4 was released, and Team Soul's goal this time is to revitalize the series with SoulCalibur 5 by overhauling the game's mechanics. Nearly every feature from past titles has either been replaced or tweaked. Do these changes help the franchise evolve for the better, or has it become one huge nightmare? Compared to the game's predecessor, the story mode for SoulCalibur 5 has been somewhat revolutionized. Instead of choosing one character from the roster and following their story, the game now has 3 main characters. Players will guide Patroclus, Pyrrha, and Zwell in a quest to destroy the Soul Edge and strike down Nightmare. Through their adventure, players will meet some familiar characters from the SoulCalibur world, where they'll be involved in something much bigger in the storyline. While the premise isn't bad, the story being told is not going to hold the interest of too many players. However, for those who wish to unlock the legendary Souls mode where players can battle the CPU for a much harder difficulty, going through the 20 episodes of the game will be necessary. In terms of the character roster, it is large and well-rounded. Fans of the SoulCalibur series can expect to see old and new faces alike. Returning characters have undergone numerous visual changes, making them look spectacular on the screen. One of the notable changes of a returning character is Siegfried, where he no longer has his hulking ice armor and sword from the past SoulCalibur games. Another big addition to SoulCalibur 5 is Ubisoft's Ezio from the Assassin's Creed games. He will show off his skills to prove to fans that he can hold his own in a 3D fighting game. There are several game modes for players to enjoy. The classic arcade mode will be making an appearance where players have to choose one character and play through the various stages. Another equivalent mode to arcade, be it at a much higher difficulty setting, is the legendary Souls mode. Unlike arcade, fighters will have to play this on an extreme difficulty setting that should be reserved only for hardcore fans. Quick Battle mode is also available where players can choose their opponent based on rank and are able to collect various player cards in the process. You can also head out to the online portion of the game to show your SoulCalibur 5 dominance worldwide. While playing online, lag and connection issues were not present. The game ran as expected, and inputs were responsive, cementing the mode as a sure-to-be fan favorite for a long time to come. Between the character creation in SoulCalibur 4 and 5, the 5th is much more intricate than it was in the former. Color palettes, clothing patterns, object orientation, face-body features, and item size are just a small handful of the countless options that can be tweaked. Players shouldn't have a hard time fine-tuning a custom character to their liking with the plethora of selections. Speaking of improvements, there are a lot of these in terms of gameplay for SoulCalibur 5. Everything transitions smoothly from one attack to the other at an acceptable speed. It isn't Street Fighter fast, but that's a good thing for the setup here. Also, there is no longer a soul gauge. The mechanic has been replaced with the critical meter, which steadily fills during combat until it reaches its maximum by filling up twice. This meter is used to perform specials and devastating moves on your opponent, as well as safeguard yourself from some of the opposing player's heavy-hitting strikes. SoulCalibur is finally ready to join the other heavy hitters in the fighting genre with this latest installment. The 5th iteration provides a more fluid combat system than number 4, and rewards players for taking the time to learn each character. Once you're done fighting preset characters, go try out the deeper creation mode to modify and construct your own character. There's very little to complain about in SoulCalibur 5, except the story. Overall, SoulCalibur 5 is an excellent entry into the series, and it should not be missed by longtime fans as well as newcomers. We give SoulCalibur 5 4.5 out of 5. For our detailed review, please check out justpushstart.com.